Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and welcome to my craft room. This is my WiP It Wednesday video where I show you what's been happening in the craft room in the past week. Sometimes during the week I just have time to, maybe I'll pet my fabric, or I'll try to think of a project I want to work on and maybe plan it in my head, or I might actually work on a project, or I could just be doing a little bit of organization. This week I did a little bit of everything. So let's see some of the crafts I worked on. I have finished a dishcloth. These were very popular with you guys this past week, so I need to start upping my stash of them again and start working on them. And I find that they're really good. I've said this many times with the dishcloths, they're really good to just pick up and work on for a few stitches and put it back down. The rows start out pretty short, and at the widest they're only 42, and then they shorten again. So a lot of times I can get 1 or 2 rows done, or just even a partial. And with a project like this, it's easy to put back away in my bag and pick it up in the same spot again. I've made dozens and dozens and dozens of these, so it's a very easy pattern to remember, so I don't have to think too hard about it. I have worked on 2 knitting projects this week. I've been trying really hard to concentrate on these Pioneer mitts, and I'm getting really close to having the part up here at the top of the mitts done. I've gotten past the little thumb, so I have to add the thumb hole in still. I use a contrast piece of yarn just to hold it so the stitches don't fall off anywhere. So this is where I was last week, and this is where I am now. So I did get quite a lot done on it. This marker is just showing me where I stopped with my thumb, and then I need to go to 2 inches after that. And I probably only have about a ½ inch left or so to do. I could stop here. I might go ahead and try them on and see how far up my hand goes, because I want them to get up into between the first knuckle and the regular knuckle of your hand, just so it provides just enough warmth over the entire hand without, causing too much problem having it all the way up on your fingers. So as you can see, I did finish off the crazy part that I was working on that goes up right alongside. There you can see how that goes, and it just goes right up alongside, and your thumb will come out here, and it just shows how it expands from being on the part of your hand here, your gusset of your thumb, and then how it goes up onto your hand. And then the other one's the same way, it just happens to be on the left one, so it's on the right glove. Yeah, this is the left glove, and I have it on my right hand, whatever. So it goes across on the palm like that, and then the back of your hand is normal. That makes more sense now, doesn't it? Because remember, I said red is for right. So that's how it looks on the back of the hand, and then it goes across the palm like this, so your thumb comes up. I thought that was a really nice detail, and that's why I chose to make these gloves. And they're definitely nice and warm. Let's go ahead and move this marker, and hopefully these will be done next week when I show them to you. Or at least the top should be done, and then I just have to worry about the thumbs. Now the thumbs I won't be working on 2 at the same time like I have been on the rest of the glove, because it's just easier to do 1 at a time. The reason I did 2 here is because I wanted to make sure, in case I didn't measure everything right or count the rows right, that this glove will match this glove, and it won't be a little bit shorter here or a little bit shorter there. That's why I do like to do 2 at a time on occasion. I worked a little bit, very little, on Robbie socks. As you can see, I already even stopped in the middle of a row here. So I just put a couple little rounds on this because I haven't been working on it that much. I was preferring to work on the Pioneer gloves instead of these, and once those are done, I'll probably pick these up and work on them a little more often. And one of my friends sent me, instead of having to use these dark black ones, I mentioned these before, she'd bought a large batch of them on Amazon. Now, I've seen them on Amazon, and they came out like right after the rainbow ones, right after I bought all the black ones. But as I said, I was like, Urgh. But I only bought 100 of them, so it's nice to have these to supplement them. It is a little bit hard to see because of the 2 colors I chose. It's blue and white, but as it gets going, there's going to be different colors, and it'll be easier to see, and then it'll be fun and bright and colorful. So I'm not going to worry about moving this today right now. I'll move that later when it's easier to get it up there on the stitch markers. And that's it for this week. As I said, I was just trying to work on some of my scrap fabrics and get those ironed, as you saw in a video previously. Trying to get some things tidied up and make sure I don't just plop everything on this table and get a big mound of junk that I have to go through to put it away before I can ever create anything. So I'm trying to behave and be really conscientious about not leaving things laying around and just tossing it and running off to do something else. If I don't have time to use the thing and put it away, I'll come back in later on that day and get it put away before the end of the day when I go to bed. Kind of like you did when your kids were little and they're toddlers and you went around and you clean up all their toys. So when you start the next day, it's nice and clean. I've been kind of treating my craft room the same way. So no sewing or anything like that this week, but I did receive a few cards in the mail, and I always like to show you guys the cards when they come. This is the one that came with the rainbow stitch markers for Robbie's socks. I thought it was really kind of cool because I love hearts, but it also has all the different colors. Now, I don't know if she actually matched it to go with that, but it was a nice coincidence, and I thought that was just kind of neat. This one is from the worldwildlife.org. A green sea turtle. We are very turtle friendly in this house because we have a lot of turtles that they just walk across our yard and stuff like that. We have the different land turtles and water turtles that come around here. We're surrounded by canals. Basically, we're a not as pretty version of, what is it, Venice is the city of canals. Well, here in Cape Coral, we have a lot of man-made canals. Some of them you can get from canal to canal in a boat, but you can't always get out to like the river or the Gulf or anything like that. But we do have a lot of canals here. This one, this really pretty card, is from the MD Anderson Cancer Center. This was from a 14-year-old girl, Senya from Russia. So I thought that was really pretty, this card. So I'm guessing that she drew it and then went ahead and did the watercolor painting, so that was very pretty. And then this card, I was trying to figure out if it was handmade or partially handmade. This is actually stitching from like a sewing machine. Yeah, I've seen these on cards a lot, so I thought that was really kind of cool. But then I thought, well, no, this is embossed on here, so that doesn't seem like it. But then the pop-ups, very, very confusing. But it must be a new line from Hallmark that I haven't seen before. This is Hallmark Cares. It's made on recycled paper and such like that. This is a piece of paper. After they did it, they glued it on top of here. So underneath here, there's no stitching or anything like that. So I thought that was really pretty. So thank you for my cards, everyone. I love them all. And that's it for me this week. Oh, what have you guys been working on? See you next time. Bye.